Bargain Bead Box Tropical Heat, project number 2, necklace. I've already got some of this beaded up, so my hope is to make this sort of like one of those Y necklaces. I think those are so pretty. So I need to finish those last 2 beads. Go ahead and move this over to the side now. Alright, so I'm just using, this is 20 gauge copper wire. This, I just got at Walmart. So I'm going to put my bead on. And then I'm going to give it, somebody's shooting. Okay, so now I'm going to take my round nose pliers. I'm going to come toward me. Then I let go and I flip my hand around. And then just bring it on around. And then all I'm doing here, I'm going back in and bending my wire. Let's see if I can do it where I can show you. Like that. And that gives it that pretty P shape. Or, well, it's not quite a P, is it? Anyway, that gives you your center. Okay, then we'll come at the other end. Make sure my bead's all the way down. I've got my pliers as far down as I can go, making sure my bead's all the way to the end there. I'm giving it that right angle. Then pushing with my finger, I'm going to go against this finger and give it a clip. And then I've got my bead pushed against my first finger. I take my thumb and press it against that, and I kind of hold it with my middle finger. And then I'll take my clippers and I press against my fingernail and then give it a clip. Go back in with my round nose pliers. And go on down with it. Same way with this little one. And again, this is the Tropical Heat from Bargain Bead Box for the month of May. Y'all, my baby is graduating 8th grade tonight, which kind of makes me sad in one way. It's hard to believe now. Well, in August, I'll have both my girls will be in high school, and it's just, where in the heck did time go? But I'll have to insert, well, that is if she's able. My child has been so incredibly sick since last Thursday. She come home, well, she went to her dad's and on last Thursday, and anyway, she come home with a fever. I took her to the doctor on Friday. He said he thought she had enterovirus because flu was negative. He didn't test her for COVID. He said he thought it was enterovirus. And so when I looked up enterovirus, from everything I've read, if I'm understanding correctly, it's as bad as the flu, but it's just different. And of course, you can't treat it with Tamiflu like you can, you know, the flu. But with this one, with enterovirus, it's worse when it comes to like the, all I'm doing is bringing that toward me, and then I'm going to loop it here and then make sure it's closed. But it's worse when it comes to like the upper respiratory aspect of it, where the flu is a little worse when it comes to the body aches and pains than this enterovirus. But that child has been sick. She had a fever from last Thursday up until late Tuesday night. And then she has, I mean, vomited, and just, she's so weak from not being able to eat or drink or having high fever and then going to the bathroom and all of that. That child has been a very sick little girl. So hopefully we'll get to make it to her graduation tonight, though. She's home, so it's like she's missing school today, but going to graduate. But I've talked to the school, so they know what's going on. So now I'm just kind of making sure that my beads are closed. Just like that. Gotta figure out which one was a little open. I think it was that one. But with this tropical heat, the colors of it, my Easter dress from last year. Oh, wrong one, April. My Easter dress from last year will match this perfect. And I will insert a picture here. And so you can see by the look of that dress, it's going to match this jewelry perfect. And that is if I can still wear the daggone thing. I've gained weight. I never had a problem with weight when I was in high school. You become an adult and then struggle with it. And if you don't struggle with it, then it makes me happy for you. Oh, I've got one more bead to do. Oops, sorry, I need one more orange bead. This is that carnelian. So I'm just going to go back in here. Well, right there it was. Oh, well. Do my right angle. Just kind of roll it toward me. So, does anybody have any plans for this weekend? You can let me know what you've got planned for this weekend. Are you all going to any graduations? I know the high school is next week, but the middle school is this week. Okay, so there's my orangey orange, and then I'm going to straighten that up. Okay, making sure that's good and closed. Bring this loop up and toward me. And then that connector that come with that set, there was two, and I've got the other one on that end. So I'm putting that connector on. Closing it down, making sure it's good and closed. Finally, I'm struggling with that one. Okay. So that is the top part of the Y. Now I need to okay, this set come with, there was two of these little connectors, or clasp, so I'm going to I'm going to take a couple of, I believe those are 6mm jump rings. So I'm going to connect onto the little connector there. and then hook my first part of the Y, and we'll close it up. Much better. I'm trying to fool that little bitty one. Same thing here on the other side. So let's open up our jump ring. Let's connect. The other side of the clasp, the other side of our necklace, and give that a close. There we go. Much better. All right, the carnelian, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on each strand, and then that crackle, I believe that was crackle agate, maybe it said in crimson, but anyway, those are 4mm, those are 6, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of each one to make my strand on each side. Okay, the paper clip chain that they gave us, I counted down. I've got 26 links. Okay, yeah. So I am going to have to clip the end of one of these. I'm trying to get at the very, very tip there. And these are my memory wire cutters, so they're a little bit stronger cutter if it'll go, that is. There it went. And see, I've tried to save that, and I might still can use that in something. I haven't decided what yet, but we'll put it to the side. So again, it's 26 of the links. Now, I'm going to take since these are pinks and yellows and oranges and all those fun colors, I thought, where did I put it? Oh, right there. I thought it would be fun to take my pink tiger tail. Let's see, this one is hot pink. That one is, I believe it was magenta. Yeah, magenta tiger tail 7. Let's see, what would go better? Probably this hot pink, actually. Or will it? No, I don't think I'm gonna like that. I think I may change my mind and go back to the silver one. Let's see what this magenta would look like. Well, no, that might not be too bad. Okay, there's the magenta, and let's find the silver, just the regular. I've got it in a mess over here, y'all. Okay, here we go. I think we'll go with just the silver. All right, I'm going to go with about 8 inches. That might be a little too much, but this will give me a little room, playing room, wiggle room, whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and I will need a crimp bead. Let's see, since all this is gold, and a wire guard, so I can get out. There's one wire guard in gold. There's 2 wire guards in gold. All right, so we got a couple crimp beads. So I've got 8 inches of tiger tail, 2 crimp beads, 2 gold wire guards. And let me get my crimp pliers. There. Alright, so let's go ahead and put our crimp bead on. Then we're going to go up the one end of the wire guard. You see that? So we're going to go up that. Then there's like a little channel that goes right along in here. And what that does, that helps, well, pull it out, April. And that that helps to protect your wire, because when you have anything hanging right there, like your clasp or jump rings, anything, it protects that wire. Otherwise it would be on that wire and it would cause stress and eventually break. So what you do, you come up through the one wire guard and you come back down the other side. Okay, and then when you come back through, you want to go right back through that crimp bead. And try your best not to let these wires cross. And the difficult part is trying to get this to come down. So just grip it at the bottom and pull. Because me, I'm always trying to save stuff. Sometimes it's better just to waste a little and make it easier on yourself. Okay, but you see there, that's as far down as it's going to go. You see there, the wires are not crossed. Forgive my hands, they are very dry right now. But you see right there, the wires are not crossed. So make sure that your wires aren't crossed. And with your crimp pliers, you're going to go in that second notch. So hopefully I can show you here. In the second notch of we're going to give it a squeeze. And what happens, see, I've done messed up. There, I think I got it though. I think I was able to move it over. Because you want each wire in its own separate channel. And it wasn't, but I was able to move it over. But if you see, because what the wire pliers done, crimp pliers done, it puts a little crease right in that metal. And then you have a wire going down there and a wire going down there. And that's not dirt, that is a smashed finger. Then you're going to come back in to the side. So that's flat. So you want to put it on its side. And this first channel, see, we went to the second one. That's the first squeeze, is that second channel. The second squeeze is this first channel. I hope that made sense. So you got it on its side, and you're going to bring this in that first channel. See, we're in the first channel now, because we were in that second channel. Now we're back in the first, and we're going to give it a squeeze. And what that does, that kind of takes that from that indentation, and it kind of squeezes it together like a taco. Now you can, the very back part of the pliers, that's kind of flat, you can go around and kind of squeeze it a little bit more to help round it out a little more. And hopefully I got that in there good. Okay, so the next step, I thought these were so pretty together. I'll count them at the end because I don't know how many I'm actually doing, but I'm doing that tangerine, the tangerine bicone, the 4mm, and you see where that extra part of the wire guard is, of the wire is. I'm going to let that go on through that bead. That just kind of gives it some extra security. So we're just going to rotate. We're going to do a bicone, and then that yellow triangle, what was the triangle something in Sunshine, I believe is what it said. I think they're gorgeous. It just, look how pretty that is. So that's my pattern. It's just one right after the other. So a bicone, triangle. Sometimes it's hard finding the whole of those triangles. Okay, so the triangle, bicone, triangle, bicone, okay, that's all I'm doing is just one right after the other. I don't know if you want to watch this or you'd rather me edit this part out. Sometimes it's soothing just to watch somebody bead, I think, anyway. So, I don't know, with my cooking, I do a lot of editing to edit out a lot of stuff, but for the beading, I don't know, you might like me just to shut up, not talk, and just to, just to bead. And listen to a little bit of soft music, I don't know, you tell me. Tell me what you think. Okay, that must be it. Okay, so I started and I'm ending with the bicone. I think that'll be wide enough. Now, if you don't like, which I have crimp beads covers, and so I think I'm going to put a crimp cover at the end of each one of these. But if you don't really like the look, you can always pull that down a little further. And I should have, in all honesty. But you can pull your string down, that way your wire guard is closer to your crimp bead. But also, if you don't want to do like a jump ring with this, then you can always, when you're beading it, put your wire guard through there. And then, that did not make any bit of sense, what I'm trying to say. But what you can do is, instead of putting a jump ring there, you can actually hook your wire guard into the loop there, which I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'll end up cutting this off because I don't like how long I made that. So let's go ahead and clip this off. And I'll grab another, whoops. I'll grab me another crimp bead And we will redo this. Alright, so we're going to do crimp bead. And try not to lose my... Okay, so we're going to do crimp bead, the wire guard, and then, well, I think it'd be easier to do it this way first. Give me a second. So we're going to go back down the other side of this wire guard. Okay, before you go back in your crimp bead, then you're going to put that loop on just like that, okay? Then we're going to come down and go into the other side of that crimp bead. Take your chain nose pliers and kind of pull, get it straight though. Ah, I know I was going to do that. So we're going to kind of pull. Oh, darn it. I know I was going to do that. Okay, so I've got my wire. I'll redo that, but I won't make y'all watch. I've got my wire on one on each side. It's as far up to the crimp bead as it can go. I mean, to the wire guard as it can go. So again, I'm going to get it in that second channel, and we're going to go squeeze down. And what happened there? It gives it that crease, which is on the other side. Then we're going to put it on its side, go in that first channel, and squeeze. And that makes it more like your taco shape. And then I like to take the very back and just kind of squeeze and let up. Not real hard, but just enough to kind of round it out. You have to get it right up in there though. Okay, now I'm going to restring my beads and then I'll be right back. All right, that was fun restringing that. So let's go ahead with put our crimp bead on. And I definitely didn't need 8 inches, but it has given me extra playroom. And this, I'm still learning how to get good at putting these wire guards on and crimp beads and all of that. So right now, I kind of need a little extra wiggle room. And then too, my hands half the time don't want to work real good, so. Okay, again, before we go in, come on now, be good. All right, before we go into the crimp bead, we're going to slide the end of that loop up inside the wire guard. See? Now, let's put our wire through. Now, it's going to want to turn on you, but just, you can work with it. Okay, so right now it's on that side. I'm going to go ahead and put it through this bicone, this first one, because that will help me be able to pull that wire down and kind of hide it, the most of it that I can. Okay, so now I just got to make sure, yes, we are not crisscrossed as of right now. We are make sure we're still not crisscrossed. Okay, so we're still good. We're not crisscrossed. So that second channel, squeeze it, and it's going to flatten it, but give it that indentation on right there. You see that indentation? Then turn it to its side, go on that first channel, and squeeze that up, and that's going to give it like that taco shape. After that initial squeeze, you can let go of it. Dang it. I didn't go up far enough. Okay, and then I'm going in with the back, and we're going to just circle around, try to make it round. All right, now I'm going to slide this down a couple of these, and then I'll clip it if I need to. All right, let's put it in this spike hole, and then I'll clip it. All right, now I'm going to clip that extra piece. Okie dokie, so there it is. I needed to come down a little bit further. See, I told you, I'm still kind of learning this. But I think with my crimp bead covers, it'll be okay. So I'm trying to get it fairly even here. I'm certainly not used to this, so I'm learning this. Okay, so then you're going to take your crimp bead. Let's see here. Grab it with my pliers. I'm going to make sure that that is sitting down inside there. And then we're going to just give it a gentle squeeze. Hold on, to come out. Okay, so I'm kind of going down and then to the side to kind of bring it in, make it look a little bit more round. All right, so there's that one. And then there's our other crimp bead cover. I'm going to sit my crimp down inside it. Now, it seems like the easiest way to do it is to put the chain in my hand and grab a hold with my forefinger and my thumb on the underneath, if that makes sense, where it's closed on the other side, and then come in with my pliers can kind of come down. Okay, let's try this again. So we're going to squeeze it too. Come on. There we go. Looks like from this angle, it looks like one of those man-eating plants. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay, let's see what that looks like now. Hush. All right, there we go. So, what do you think so far? All right, next, let's go ahead and take our little chain and I'm going to try to get a smaller jump ring. Let's see, those are, I think those are the 6. I think that's a 4mm. Do I want 4 or 3? That's a 3. Let's see, that's 4mm jump ring. So we'll open it up. Okay, slide in our little chain. And I'm going to put it where the actual loop is down here beside that wire guard, if it'll fit, that is. Yes, it fit. Okay. So let's close her back. Okay, see. And do the same thing to this other side. Benjamin. Those must have been 4 too, not 6. Yeah, there's the 6mm. All right, so we'll slide a little chain on. And then we're going to come up through the loop there, close it. Okay, I think that's good and closed. Now, All right, take another 4mm jump ring. I believe that was the middle. I believe this is a 3mm. I've done something with my bent nose pliers and I'm missing them. Because you can't get a good grip on your jump rings with the round nose. Okay, I feel like I want something else. Okay, let me play around with this and then I'll come back because I feel like I want something else, some of the brighter pinks down here, but I'm not sure what I want exactly yet. So let me play around with this and then I'll come back. Okay, what I decided to do, I'm taking this, I believe this was the English cut one, magenta, I believe. And then I'm taking one of those round gold disc, almost looks like a nut to me. Put that on there, and then I'm taking one of these pink, I can't remember what that's called right off, and then a gold seed bead. Oops. And these were the check glass 8/0s. I got it at Hobby Lobby. And then another one of those pink. And then, oh, and I used the gold head pin with the little ball at the end. And then I'm just doing a simple loop. Make sure that's good and close. And then I'm just taking the little bitty, I believe this is 2mm jump ring, but it's the teeny tiny one. And I'm using these pliers. It's got a little bit better grip than the round nose. So I'm just putting my little bitty jump ring in there, and then and this bigger jump ring, but on the other side of that yellow, like that. And then we'll close it down. Yeah, I think that's down good. All right, let's see what this looks like. It doesn't get twisted on me here. All right, there it is. So y'all tell me what you think. I'll get this and I'll take some pictures of it and get it set up. I don't have one of those bust yet, but I do plan on getting one of those. It'd be a little easier to show off like some of the jewelry. And I had thought about using that because that's beautiful on there too. And that, of course, matches that pretty good. But I'll have that for another, whether I want to do bracelet. That would make a real pretty focal point for a bracelet. Or if I want to make another necklace of some sort. So anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this second video that we've got for the Tropical Heat bargain bead box, the May 2024 bargain bead box Tropical Heat. So if you haven't watched my earring video yet, then I'll go ahead and leave it in the iCard and in the description box below. And that is all. So I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. Hey, if you like this video, you may want to check out my previous video or my previous series. Talk to you soon.